Hey, it's been a while since I've done one of these. So today, guys, we are finally doing another reviews of 2019. This one is going to be a bit of a bad controversy one, possibly because it's going to be the Avengers Endgame review. So, Avengers Endgame happened. So yeah, about a year ago, I did a Avengers Infinity War pros and cons video, and you can find it on my channel. It's definitely up. Although I don't recommend you watch it because it's really garbage. Um, just like my older content. But no, this is going to be possibly a controversial one because it's about Avengers Endgame, which is a recent movie that everyone's been hyped about. And so yeah, I figured I would give a spoiler-based review. So warning, this is a spoiler-based review. There's going to be some spoilers about this movie, and some of them are going to be kind of important ones that will deal with the movie itself. So if you're not okay with these spoilers, I recommend you just exit the video and just click the YouTube logo in the top left corner. Or just, click on any of these other videos that are, going to be in the video list thing. Yeah, I recommend you do that if you are not okay with spoilers, but for anyone who's not seen the film and want to see this film, but if you are okay with spoilers, then you may continue to watch this video, but I'm just saying, you have plenty of opportunities to click away, and if I get a comment that says, "Oh, you spoiled Avengers Endgame," I will attack it. I will attack the user. I will attack the user who says that. Are we good? Okay. Alright. There are several things I need to address, because, first of all, we got into the movie theaters a bit late, to see the movie. We got in just a bit late. We missed the whole, logos scene and the whole, stuff, and so we didn't really see I didn't really get to see a tiny bit of the intro, but, I was able to see some of it. So, let's start with the plot. Actually, before we start with the plot, let's just get this out there. Avengers Endgame is awesome. It's a satisfying end to the Avengers movie series, and it's a satisfying ending. It's a satisfying but boring ending. But oh, you idiot! I apologize so badly. This is not a scripted video. It's not a scripted video, so that's why there's going to be a lot of quiet moments, because I can't think of anything. So yeah, it's an amazing movie. The action's incredible. Some moments were pretty funny, and it's just an overall satisfying end to an amazing film series, to an overall amazing cinematic universe. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Anyway, let's get into the plot. So the movie starts out with, Iron Man out in space, and he's just, he's just on his his Iron Man helmets, and he's sending a message to Pepper Potts, who's at home, and he's talking about stuff, and what was her name? Oh, I'm so sorry for anyone who will get mad at me, but I don't remember her name. But then the blue alien from the last movie appears, who's Thanos' daughter. Oh, I forgot her name. Oh, someone tell me in the someone tell me in the comment section below. What's her name? Anyway, so she then puts Iron Man to rest, and then Captain Marvel comes and saves them, brings them back to Earth. They have a little reunion, then they talk about how Thanos wiped out the universe and killed literally all the heroes and stuff, and then they're like, let's go after Thanos, and so they go into space, and they find this planet that Thanos Thanos is calmly in, and it's the same planet that they were on like at the very end of Avengers Infinity War. yeah. So then they go to the planet. They try to get all the Infinity Stones, because if they put all the Infinity Stones like back into the glove, they'll be able to, like bring back all life, and they're able to, and they're also able to get rid of all the bad guys. And so they go to the house that Thanos lives in, and they're like, where's the Infinity Stones? And they're like, oh, and he's like, oh, they're destroyed. He goes along the lines like something like that. And so then he's like, so then they're like so they so then they're well, so then they're like, where's the Infinity Stones? And like Thanos says that he destroyed them, and then Thor literally in the very beginning of the movie cuts Thanos' head off, and then says he said that I should have gone for the head, and so I did. And then they literally just leave the planet, and then about 5 years later, so they then have to they then get an unexpected visit from Ant-Man, and who then says that he was trapped into a little dimension. He was in like a little dimension place that's like a time travel. And so there, and also, yeah, this is a little scar here, in case you're wondering. So they basically, and he basically says, there's like a time machine that can like get us back to, we can like reverse time, and we can collect all the Infinity Stones, and then we can like put them on a gauntlet, and then like snap the fingers, and then everything happens. So they're like that, and then they recruit a bunch of others. Then they go to a little Avengers base pad thing, and then they try to test it out, which results in some hilarious antics, which I won't tell. And so then they're talking about stuff, and then Hawkeye comes back, and then honestly I don't really remember a whole lot. And then they're like, and then they, I forgot to mention this, but Scott Lang then, tells, then it's like, I know somewhere we can go, and then they try to ask Tony Stark if they could go, if he could do it, and then he's like, no, I'm not doing it. So they go to the Hulk, who can do it, and then they give the machine a test, and then Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark appears, and then they go into different dimensions and stuff, and to be honest with you, I'm not really interested in telling a whole lot of the plot. So yeah, they then recruit a bunch of other people, and Valkyria from Thor Ragnarok, she's in the movie as well. She's back there because they like go to this little fishing place, this little Asgard. They go to the brand new Asgard, where they see Thor, who has much longer hair and has grown a long beard, and has also gotten extremely fat. And he's gotten so fat to the point where he's turned into literal Big Chungus. and then it turns out that they're playing, and then it shows like a scene of them playing Fortnite. Good job on you, Marvel. That's certainly not going to date your movie in a couple of years' time. That certainly isn't going to be a product of the time that nobody will understand. And so, anyway, so they recruit him, and then they go into the different dimensions. They go to, like, different, like, time periods to collect all the Infinity Stones, and apologies about that. That was my older brother being obnoxious. And now I've forgotten what I was going to say again. God damn it. So, okay, anyway, well, what's interesting is that they go to, like different time periods of, like, all the other Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. For example, they go back to 2012, where they go to, like, the Doctor Strange house to, like, get the green Infinity Stone gem. I forgot what it's called. So they try to get a bunch of things in 2012, in the 2012 Avengers movies. Then Thor and Rocket go go to 2013, Thor: The Dark World, to get a stone from there, and then I think it's it's War Machine. It's War Machine, and the blue alien again. Then they go to the Guardians of the Galaxy world in 2014. I'm pretty sure it was. It was the first one. So they go there. The blue alien gets kidnapped by the Thanos that was in that timeline at the time, and a bunch of stuff happens. Then they collect Then they get back and they collect all the Infinity Stones. They then make a gauntlet. They then put in all the gems, and then Thor snaps his fingers, and most of the life is brought back again. Not before the Thanos and the Guardians of the Galaxy timeline, which comes back and just destroys the land. It literally goes from peaceful green scenery to just ash and just grays and just dark. It just goes into complete ash. And then a bunch of stuff happens, and then there's a bunch of fighting. The fake blue alien that was working for Thanos gets shot by the real one, and seriously, I don't know what is her name. I've forgotten what it is. And the Gamora is also there as well. And then I'm not even joking. Thanos' army shows up, and then a huge army of other characters that are the good guys. That I'm not even joking. It's a huge freaking army. And someone just left. And it's a huge freaking army, and there's an epic battle, and then just as it seems like Thanos has just gotten the gauntlet, and he just snaps his fingers again, it turns out that all the Infinity Stones were stolen, and Iron Man puts the stones on his gauntlet, and he goes, "I am Iron Man." And just like that, all the bad guys are eliminated, and Thanos dies. And then just as all the bad guys die, I'm not even joking, Tony Stark dies. Also, I should have said this at the start of the video, but in case of any of you Aussies are also watching this video and have not seen Avengers Endgame, because Avengers Endgame just came out here in Australia just recently, click away from this video right now. In fact, why are you even doing at this 13-minute mark at this point? I should put that in the description. That's what I should do. So yeah, Tony Stark dies, and then they put out a memorial, and everyone is alive again, and even Nick Fury is okay and everything. Our neighbor just opened up his backyard door, and I thought he was gonna come out. For a second. I thought he was gonna come out for a second. Also, forgot to mention, but and they also go back to the 1970s era to pick up a different Tesseract, and you also get a Stan Lee cameo. Rest in peace, Stan Lee, 1922 to 2018. So sad that he never got to see his final cameos of his time in the Marvel movies. I'm trying to think of something else here. Oh yeah, they put out a memorial, and then they're doing a test, on Steve Rogers, and then Steve Rogers turns into an old man and says that he's retiring from being Captain America, and then I don't know who it was. I'm not sure if it was either Black Panther or I'm pretty sure it was definitely War Machine. I'm starting to think it was War Machine. So yeah, it was War Machine, and he gets given the Captain America shield, and he says it belongs to someone else, and then they cut to the credits of Captain America, Steve Rogers and his girlfriend, and they kiss, and that's pretty much the end of the movie. And yes, I know, once again, I didn't explain the entire plot of the movie. So what was good about this movie? The action was incredible. the comedy was pretty good. The comedy was really good. What else? We got to see all the Avengers go into different timelines and, try to collect all the Infinity Stones. I thought it was pretty cool how it was Iron Man that, killed Thanos. I thought that was pretty cool because, Iron Man was like the first Avenger to get his, movie in the cinematic universe. I thought that was really, really good. And I also fanboyed so hard. I also fanboyed a little bit when, Tom Holland as Spider-Man came back from the dead. I was fangirling as well. I mean, fanboying. I'm not a girl. I'm a boy. It was also cool seeing Doctor Strange come back. It was very cool seeing all the people who had previously died in the last film all come back to life. So yeah, that happened. But to me, the thing that kills this movie from, getting like an A+ is the fact that it was just so boring. It literally, I'm not even joking, it goes on for 3 freaking hours, and the ending nearing the end of the movie, the ending just kept going, and it just felt like it was never gonna end. And it was so boring, in fact, that I did this. It made me, the ending of the movie was so boring that to the point where I just kind of fell asleep. But aside from those problems, Avengers Endgame is a really good movie with a really satisfying ending, and it's just an overall really good conclusion to an otherwise really amazing, terrific cinematic universe. So, what's the final score for this one, you may be asking? It's none other than an A. Could have gotten an A+, but because it was really boring and there were some parts just the fact that it was really boring and it just kept going for a while, and all the other problems that I mentioned earlier. So yeah, it overall gets an A. And so yeah, that was my second reviews of 2019. And this one might be a controversial one because, I've placed out a couple of big moments and spoilers and stuff, but aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the little bell to be notified every single time I upload. Anyway, guys, the Introvert Oddball, out.